Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name's Arcadian, the #1 dumpster tier gamer. We are back at it today for some more Skyrim Legendary Let's Play. If this is your first time joining me, please feel free to pause this video, go on over to the earlier videos in this playlist. You can see the character that we have, the premise of the character, and how we've made it to this point. If you are a recurring visitor, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad to have you back. Our goal today is to go take on Alduin the World Eater. We have officially gotten the Elder Scroll, as well as we have filled in the lexicon. So eventually we're going to take that up to the gentleman, Septimus Signus. But until that point, we have lots to do. So let's get all of our shameless plugs out of the way. If you haven't done so already, consider joining the DTG Discord. The link is in the description below. Also, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. The more subscribers we have, the more visibility we get due to the YouTube algorithm. But beyond even that, once I hit 250 subscribers, it is my plan to do a live stream of a Dumpster Tier Gaming recording. It has been a while since I've played, so I'm a little bit out of the loop. I've been doing a lot of other work. My one job's picked up a little bit. My other job is still going strong, so 2 jobs plus family stuff plus other gaming stuff with friends It's just become a very big part of my time. So I haven't had as much time to devote to recording videos as I would have liked. But I am here now. We're at it, and we're gonna give it a shot, and we're gonna continue on from where we left off. So it looks like we've got a chorus down here. Oh, we got 2 choruses. It looks like. So we're gonna switch to our this one here. Oh, it killed me. I wasn't expecting the poison to burn through my health that quickly. Just goes to show that even at this point, there are things that are still extremely dangerous to us. So. Let's get these guys to take good care of this. These guys won't even have a chance. Oop, I didn't mean to take his fur armor. Alright, so yeah. Anything that I missed? Not that I can think of. So yeah, we're going to go take on Alduin. We've got the Elder Scroll now. We've got the Runed Lexicon. So we are going to go up to the throat of the world, take on Alduin for the first time. Once we do that, we're going to have to do a little side shoot. Because once we take on Alduin for the first time, there is no way for us to do the second part of that without first heading over and dealing with the Civil War conflict. Now, we could go and go the cheap way, and go the quickest way, and negotiate a ceasefire between Ulfric Stormcloak and Yara Bolgriff. But you know, we might as well just go ahead and clear it all out. So it should not be too difficult for us to do. We should be able to make quick work of it. So since that's the case, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to go ahead and knock it out completely. Now, in that process, I have considered possibly going and dropping our conjuration down. Because we've got a few wasted skill points in the conjuration skill tree that I figure that we could possibly go ahead and clear those up and then be able to put those elsewhere. So that is a possibility, but we're not going to do that until after we defeat Alduin. So let's get some rest. We're going to drop off any valuables that we're not going to keep with us. Yeah, all the valuables that we're not keeping with us we can put in here. The attunement spheres, we can't get rid of them yet. Ruby, the garnets. Got a lot of soul gems that are full. We'll go ahead and keep those on us though. Okay. Got a lot of books that we can get rid of, a lot of ingredients we can get rid of. So the reason why I'm doing this is because we are not hurting for gold. We are in really good shape. So there's no real need. To be honest, we didn't even really need to pick all this stuff up. So there's really no need to. We'll keep that. We'll actually put that on a shield. A shield thing. Targe of the Blooded. Alright, so yeah, there's no real, like, we're pretty well set when it comes to gold. Like, we're not hurting in any means, way, shape, or form. So we have no real need to go and sell all of that stuff because, I mean, what are we going to do with it, really? So we'll go ahead and put all the ingredients away. I want to get down to a fairly acceptable weight here. Looks like we can drop some potions. Okay, so 103, not as low as I would like to be, but it's all right. It's close enough. Let's see here. Oh, books. We can drop any books that we're not going to need in here. Okay. We are warm. We have rested. We have food. Let's be on our way. So we are going to make our way up to Solitude so that we can grab a carriage to Riverwood. The reason why, specifically why we want to grab a carriage and we wouldn't just run to Riverwood is because I also want to grab my horse. Ooh, Ice Wraith. Why are they running away from the Ice Wraith? Owie. They'll be able to take out that Ice Wraith, no problem. So yeah, we've made a lot of progress. We're level 46 now, or 45. Yeah, 45 now. Um, we're at a stage in the game where we're really strong, but we could still the problem is I play on legendary difficulty. Since I play on legendary difficulty, we tend to get over our get um, one shot fairly easily. So we do have to be careful with that. I hear a dragon in the distance. I don't know where he is. He's probably up on that mountain there. But he could be anywhere. Yep, I'm really hearing it now. No bow and arrow, dude. Oh. Coming up on Miko's cabin. Definitely hearing him, I just don't know where he is. Sometimes one spawns over by solitude. Pretty sure we're outside of his range by now. Okay. Lots and lots of fun. Unfortunately, as we've gotten farther into this series, I've hit a bunch of the lore throughout this game, so there's really not a whole lot of lore left. I mean, there is, but it's like the stuff that we're doing right now, the lore that's involved with it, we've already kind of gone over in previous videos. So that's the reason why, like, as the videos have progressed, commentary has kind of gone down a little bit.
Are you a soldier? One day?
There's still tidbits and things that I can add in, but it's just like a lot of this stuff. I don't want to repeat myself over and over, and I don't want to bug the people who have been watching my videos all the way through by repeating myself over and over. So, big plug for why you should watch the earlier videos is because the commentary talks about a bunch of this, a bunch of the lore and stuff already, especially to this point in the game, the stuff that we've already talked about. If you watch earlier videos, you can get into that lore. As I've said and I've said multiple times, I consider myself a self-proclaimed Skyrim expert. I've basically put over 10,000 hours into this game in my time playing Skyrim across multiple platforms. In fact, I think I've owned this game on every platform that it can be bought on, with the exception of Skyrim on the Wii. I think that's the only platform I have not owned Skyrim on. Besides that, I mean, it's a game that has so much. I mean, just play hours alone.
Where do you want to go?
If you rush through the game and don't take any time to do anything extra besides the main story and all the quests, you are at the very least 400 hours. There's 400 hours of game time to play all the side quests, all the main quests, and that's not taking any time aside to do other things. So, and what I mean is like just exploring the world and getting all the areas. And I forgot we picked up Jizarko. I probably should have grabbed the armor for him. Let's go up and get a rest before we make our way up to High Hrothgar. So yeah, so main story, side quests, all of that stuff, you're looking at 400 hours into this game. Now with modding, you can actually take that just a giant leap forward. Like I said, I mean, across every character that I've ever played, I've put so many hours into this game that it's not even funny. My very first character was Arcadian, which was a pure mage character. So that was my very first character in the game. I've played just about every way you can consider playing this game since then.
Skyrim's staunch protectors.
What can I get you?
I've done multiple challenge runs. I've done all just different kinds of stuff. And then just recently started actually making videos for this. A lot of my inspiration for how I do my videos comes from other content creators that I watch. For example, Major Slack and Fevy and stuff like that. First of all, Major Slack I think is by far and large the greatest Skyrim content creator that I've ever seen. The dude, just his game knowledge even makes me question whether or not I know enough about this game. The guy just knows so much. So other people like Bad Company and Fudge Muppet, I've watched enough of their content to say that they have no influence on how I've done my videos. It would just be a straight out lie. I mean, a lot of my inspiration comes from them. But that being said, I hope that I've put enough of my own spin onto it that the people who do watch my game enjoy it. One question I do tend to get a lot is, do I ever plan on going into a straight just live streaming format? And I have considered it more than once. I just feel that the better way for me to collect all of my thoughts and to be able to play the game and interact with you guys is to do it in this format. Being able to record beforehand in case something like crazy goes up, like the game crashes, which has happened before. I like to be able to take those and then, like, for example, this particular setup today, the game crashed almost 3 minutes into playing. So I was just able to take that and scrap that and then not have to and just basically redo it all instead of having to like reload the game and do everything right from the beginning. So not that I would be against possibly streaming in the future, but it is not necessarily the focus as of right now. Got some frostbite spiders fighting an orc here. The old orc has already cleared out the sabre cats. Hopefully those frostbite spiders can give him a good death. So this trip you've seen me do a bunch of times already. We're just making our way up to Rorikstead. We'll take a break there, and then we'll climb High Hrothgar, and then make our way to the Throat of the World. At the Throat of the World, that's where we're going to fight Alduin after we learn the Dragon Rin shout, which is by far and large one of the best shouts in the game. It takes the ranged aspect away from dragons, which allows our Dremora Lords to just straight up destroy the beasts, which will help us a lot in the long term. The goal is, after we finish the main story here, we are going to then take on the Dragonborn DLC as well as the Dawnguard DLC. So we still have quite a few hours left of gameplay to do. The Dragonborn DLC at the very least will add in, what, probably another 10 hours to do everything that I want to do over there in Solstheim. And the Dawnguard DLC will add in at least another 7 to 8. So we've got a lot of material to get through still. There is no lacks, or no, we're not lacking for material at all. And I do want to make this all the way through at least the 3 stages. So I don't think we'll take it much farther beyond that once we've completed all 3, being the main story, Dawnguard, and Dragonborn DLC. Then we will call this character completed. And then I'm doing all of this on survival, so that adds in an additional challenge to this playthrough. One thing that I do plan on doing here in the near future, I don't think I'm going to wait until, I was originally planning on waiting until the end of this series. I was going to do show you how to basically get an archer, like a stealth archer build extremely quickly, extremely easily, using all of the available, not even necessarily glitches, but all the available exploits that you can do to get a stealth archer very quickly in the unmodded game, and be able to play it on legendary difficulty. That's the other big thing, is the stealth archer is going to be it's one of the most powerful ways to play the game, but the early levels in the stealth archer can be quite dicey if you don't know how to do things in the right order. And if you don't set up, and if you don't use a proper setup, so you got to set up properly to be able to do some of the early game stuff. And I'm going to show you how to be able to do that and be able to get yourself an extremely powerful stealth archer very early. Now, I know I said we were going to do a stop off at Rorikstead. We're just going to go ahead and go all the way up. Let's go ahead and quick save here. I've been playing lots of different games lately, but the thing that's taken the majority of my time recently is Palworld. I've just put so much time and effort into that game. It's such a fun game to play. I think I'm about 250 hours into that game now. I've been exploring the avenues of breeding lately. I have managed to get myself the non-Earth Emperor God Anubis. I could get Earth Emperor on it, but I find that the running the 4 passives that I run on it gives me an 80% attack increase on all attacks rather than just a 90% on Earth-based attacks. But I've gotten God Anubis, God Shadowbeak, and God Orzark. So definitely made my way and working my way through the breeding avenues. So gotten us. Oh, what's going on? Stuck. I can't tell. Oh, my controller. The controller is disconnecting for some reason. So yeah, I've made my way through a lot of Palworld and been playing through a lot of that. Other than that, I started playing one of my other comfort games. I started playing Shadow of Mordor, in a preparation to start playing Shadow of War. So once I finish through Shadow of Mordor again, then I'm going to start playing Shadow of War, which I've never given it a real try. So I'd like to put some time into it. Monster Hunter World, we've kind of taken a little bit of a back seat on it. We had the Come Back to World event and made our way up through that. We've beaten all the bosses and played all the way through. Why is it doing that? Give me a second, guys. So taking a little bit of a break from that. In preparation for the new Monster Hunter game getting ready to come out. What else have I been up to? Yeah, just lots of side projects and lots of stuff that I've been doing on the side. Shouldn't really say side projects, just side games that I've been playing. Alright, so we are cold. We are also starting to getting close to getting tired. So I want to make sure that we are warm before we head up the peak. And we're going to get a rest to at least get the rested bonus. We won't be able to get the well-rested bonus. But we can at least get the rested bonus here. Alright. We will eat. Oh, no, we are well fed now. I thought it said we are peckish. I was about to say, what? Alright. Okay, I don't know why it's doing this. It's kind of giving me a hard time. The battery should be good. Alright, we need to get our clear skies shout. Okay. Wondering if our battery's just too low. Alright, before we try to go up here, I'm going to change the batteries out real fast. Alright. Must have been the batteries. We haven't needed that yet. Do we not need clear skies after the first time we do this? Oh, it's killing our... It is killing our stamina, it's just not doing any health damage to us. Oh, it's still doing it, so it wasn't the batteries. Okay, give me a second. It's causing some problems, so I'm going to pause the recording for the moment, and then I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. We're going to give it a shot. I switched over to hard cable connection to see if we can... For some reason, the Wi-Fi connection on my controller is just not wanting to play, or not wanting to act right. Or not Wi-Fi, sorry, the dongle connection is not wanting to act right. The wireless, that's what I meant to say. So we're going to give it a shot. We're already getting cold. It's going to add an additional challenge to this fight. I don't think we have any way on us to deal with that. No, we don't have anything of warmth. Yeah, I don't like the hard connect on this particular controller, just because the connection, the cable connection is really loose to the socket. So when you hard connect, it doesn't really hold out well. But for some reason, the wireless connection has been pretty bad. I might have to upgrade to a different controller.
Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the time wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the sun.
Alright, so we're going to come over here, we're going to grab the Elder Scroll.
lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krivoth Akrin. Die now in vain.
These are the Nord heroes of old fighting Alduin. It's these four, well, and there's a lot more than four, but it's these Nord heroes that decided to take on Alduin the first time.
Glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. Four of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Baldur, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain by the lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need
We will
it.
deal with Alduin ourselves. Hear it now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Me, Tavudis, Him Hind Paliv, Zuu Hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
And there's the Dragon Rin shout. So the Dragon Rin shout was developed by mortals as a antithesis to dragons. A dragon cannot actually know this shout because it is beyond. It basically, the three words are basically take the immortality away from a dragon, which forces it to land and to where it can't fly around.
To feed my power and comfort in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. First time, worm. Your eye. Skyrim will be.
So they're fighting Alduin, but even with the power of Dragon Rend, Alduin is still managing to win the fight. He is just super, super strong. So Feldir decides to use the scroll to banish Alduin forward in time, hoping that to save save basically the people, they would be able to send him forward, hoping that he would never actually come back. Obviously, he does come back because he's sent forward to our time. These tongues of old didn't have a dragonborn to fight Alduin, unfortunately.
Worked. Did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
So now we have the Dragon Rend shout. Alduin is here, but before we do that, so the three words for Dragon Rend are mortal, finite, and temporary. It says your voice lashes out a dragon's very soul, forcing the beast to land. So basically, like I said, it takes away the immortality of the dragon. we're also going to grab Stormcall here. And actually, we're going to have quite a few. We're going to go ahead. The only thing that we don't need Elemental Fury. We'll go ahead and have Throw Voice, why not? Alright, there's Alduin here.
Of your fellow mortals, Dovahkiin. Die now and await your fate in Sovngarde. Too late, Alduin. The challenger is near. Relax.
Force him to land so that our Dremora Lords will be able to make quick work of him. As long as we can keep him down on the ground, this fight is usually fairly easy. Ooh, our blade does not have the charge. So let's charge it up. We're just going to keep, every time Dragon Rend is up, we're going to use it again to keep him down on the ground. Oh, it's not letting me use it. Why is it not letting me use it? You gotta keep him down. That's a meteor, so the meteors are gonna start dropping, but we will have him taken down before they start hitting us. Alright, so now he is gone. So we've got to talk to Parthenax. And it's going to talk about where he is going. Come on. Let me get up there.
Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Ni livrach hin moro. True, this is not the final Kongrach victory, but not even the heroes of old were able to defeat Alduin in open battle. Alduin always was Pachlok, arrogant in his power. Uznagar Par. He took domination as his birthright. This should shake the loyalty of the Dove who serve him. Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Mat Mahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, Yes, but your Sum is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. Yes, this was ages ago, you understand. There were more of us then. Before the Bruniki, the Akaviri came and killed all my Zemar. I used to visit him from time to time, nearly crazed by loneliness and captivity. Tiraz Sivaz. He did not even remember his own name. I do not know how he came to be caught, but the Bronyun, the Jarl, was very proud of his pet, Pak. The Hofkossayun has been known as Dragon's Reach ever since.
Alright, so if you read the book Olaf and the Dragon, it talks about one of the previous Jarls of Whiterun. This Jarl named Olaf One-Eye. Olaf One-Eye was a very well-renowned Jarl who took the initiative to build the peak of Dragon Reach. Now, I'm not sure if he built all of Dragon Reach, but he did have the top of Dragon Reach constructed. And its sole purpose was to trap and hold a dragon. Now, the dragon that he used to trap was Numinex. It's the dragon whose head sits above the Jarl's throne. Numinex was Olaf One-Eye's. Basically, it was his number one enemy, or his number one rival, or however you wish to call it. It was his number one foe. It was the one dragon that basically ruled over Whiterun until it was captured by Olaf One-Eye. Now, it is believed Olaf One-Eye actually went mad with power after trapping the dragon. He was very, very proud in his ability to hold and stop the dragon from ever leaving again. And that particular amount of power kind of drove him a little crazy. But basically what we got to do is we got to convince Jarl Balgruuf to allow us to trap a dragon in Dragon's Reach. So we're going to use it for what it was built for. Now Jarl Balgruuf he's not going to be too happy about this about this plan, and he's basically going to tell us that the only way that he will allow it to happen is if we can institute a ceasefire in the Civil War. Because with Ulfric standing on the horizon, just looking for the opportunity to attack Whiterun, if they divide their attention away from the Civil War, Ulfric, to be able to trap this dragon for us, Ulfric will take advantage and attack Whiterun, and they won't have the manpower to stop him. So that's why we have to do a little offshoot. We've got to start the Civil War. Now, again, like I said, we could negotiate a peace treaty between Ulfric and General Tullius. It's not. I mean, it's a give me. If you do it, you're gonna succeed. Now the problem is that instead of negotiating a peace treaty, I've already said in a previous video my views on Ulfric himself. I don't think that he is a viable option for the throne of the High King of Skyrim. So we are going to, instead of negotiating a peace treaty, we are just going to go through the Civil War quest line and complete it. And we're going to side with the Imperials. So that is the goal from this point. But before we do that, we do want to go ahead and go talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. Because we want to keep everything kind of in line. We want to reason why we're doing what we're doing. We're going to stay here and we're going to warm up before we make our way down the hill. I did just read. Apparently, Dragon's Reach was originally a smaller building, and then in an effort to capture the dragon and hold the dragon at Dragon's Reach, they built the building up and then added in the top of the building. Like they built the building farther, added in the top of the building to be able to house a dragon. So Dragon's Reach was not officially built by Otar, but in the built to what it is now. The grounds or the original function of the building was not built by Otar Otar One Eye, Olaf One Eye. Sorry. And it did not gain the name Dragon's Reach until after they decided to catch the dragon. So the people of Whiterun added a stone prison to the keep to hold a dragon, and then renamed it Dragon's Reach. So Old Olaf One Eye was definitely a very powerful and renowned Jarl.
Gotta keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Well, we're kind of ready for them now. If a dragon shows up, it's pretty much dead. With the Dragon Rin Shout, the biggest point, or the hardest point for us for the dragons, was when the dragon was flying around, because we can summon the storm thralls, but we can't and we could attack it with our destruction spells, but we weren't really able to do a whole lot of damage. It was just kind of, it took us time. But now that we've got Dragon Rend, we can drop it immediately and pin it down and hold it down so that our Dremora Lords just make quick work of it. I don't know why that stanchion's not lit. Alright, we're going to talk to the Jarl here, and then we will take a carriage to Solitude after we, actually we'll probably rest up in Solitude. But we'll take a carriage to Solitude, and then that will be the point that we'll probably stop. Just because I want to stop at a understandable point. If we start the quest line for the Civil War, it'll be kind of an awkward stopping point. So we're going to go ahead and just wait till the next video to start the Civil War quest line. So I know this will be running a kind of a shorter video today. Hopefully we'll be able to get another video in here shortly. He's probably asleep. Yeah, he's asleep. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to the inn. Fantastic. Thought I timed that just perfect.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the... I enjoy... Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
So we'll sleep till business hours.
Let me know if there's any... else you need.
Let the food... There we go. That should put us well fed. Yep.
What do you need, handsome? It's a fine day with you around.
Yeah, it is.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Thank you.
Enlightenment. We are what?
Staying safe, I hope.
Trying to.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap
That's
a
Numenix,
dragon
by the
in
way.
my palace. Of course. You already saved Whiterun from that dragon. I owe you a great deal. But I don't understand. Why let a dragon into the heart of my city when we've been working so hard to keep them out? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
Not for the Dragon Board.
I don't know about such things, but I heard the Greybeard summon you. That's good enough for me. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war in the bargain.
That's actually an interesting point. What if instead we go ahead and do the peace council, we negotiate the truce until after the dragon threat is taken care of, and then once we've done that, then we can go, like after we've completed the main storyline, then we can take out the Civil War before we do anything else. That's an interesting concept that I didn't think about that. Maybe that might be the step that we take instead.
Staying safe, I hope.
We are but mags, riding in the...
It's a shame, isn't it?
You know,
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and
Owning
vegetables.
a farm does have
That's an interesting concept to think about. If we do it that way instead, then we can hold the peace council, which, I mean, they're actually, it's part of the storyline. Like, the peace council is really, it's a concept that I like the idea of.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
So let's think about this. If we hold the peace council, okay, my horse is back up at High Hrothgar, so it would be
Need a
better
ride?
to
I can take you-
go
Where do you want to go?
Winterhold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
It is faster to travel to Winterhold, grab the
Couldn't
horse,
ask for better weather.
and then use that to go back up to High Hrothgar than it is to just travel on foot to High Hrothgar. I went to Winterhold instead of Windhelm. I am a dummy. That was really quite bad of me. I guess I could go back. Yeah. I need to travel to Windhelm, not Winterhold. So yeah, that's a concept that I'm gonna have to think about, because that's an interesting concept. I didn't consider possibly doing that. Because I really do like the concept of I do like the idea of the peace
Need a
council.
ride? I can take you. Where do you want to go?
I think it adds an interesting dynamic.
Climb and
Windhelm,
back,
not
and we'll be
Winterhold.
off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think.
And we could still do the
His whole
Civil War quest line. We just would do it later. I think that's probably the best idea, actually. We are running out of food. Yeah, I think we do the Peace Council. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then we just hold off the Civil War until the end. That gets us through the main storyline without having to do the 2 hours, without taking the 2 hours to do the Civil War real fast. Then we complete the Civil War, we can do Dragonborn or Dawnguard. I'll just basically flip a coin to see which one I do first. Yeah, let's do the Peace Council. I think I really like the idea of doing that. So instead of ending where I was originally planning on it, we will end after talking to Honor and Gear. And that way the next video will be going to Ulfric and General Tullius, and then making our way up to the Peace Council. And then once we finish that, we will probably be able to trap the dragon in the same video. And once we've trapped the dragon, then the next video will be going to Sovereign Guard to fight Alduin again. That will also get us the last mask right before we go to Sovereign Guard. So we'll be able to get our Konharik mask before we take on Alduin. Then we'll be able to do the Civil War quest line as our full-fledged Konharik character. I think that makes more sense to us, personally. That's another thing we need to do. We need to complete the Book of Love quest so we can get our plus 15% magic resist.
Skyrim could use more healers.
We gotta tell Bassianus to take a hike.
If I were you, I'd keep away. Sure thing. It's yours for... I'll show you to your room.
Alright, once we wake up, we're gonna buy whatever food we can from him. That's at least worth it.
This way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Sure. Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you're headed to the monastery, watch your step. It's a long way.
All right. We still got the dark elf bodies from the cultists. Gotta clean those things up. Alright. So once we get up here and talk to Arngeir, we will get ready to set up the Peace Council. Once we talk to Arngeir, we'll make our way back down. I'm going to try to take the horse with me this time. I don't know how well it's going to work, because you can't really do... you can't do shouts while you're on the back of the horse. Actually, it's just... I think it's faster just to hop off the horse and just travel down the mountain like I normally do, and then go to Whiterun, and then take a carriage to Windhelm and Solitude.
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do what I can to bring them to terms.
Alright. So, now we need to go grab the two parties, Ulfric and General Tullius, and bring them back here. With that being said, I know, again, like I said before, it's going to be kind of a short video, but I want to be able to stop at a good stopping point. The next video, we will do the Peace Council, and then attempt to capture Numinex. Once we've done that, we will probably finish out with taking on the Dragon Priest and going to Sovngarde. The question is do I want to... I think I want to take out the Dragon Priest first, go get the final mask, and then take on Sovngarde. I want to take the mask with me to Sovngarde to fight Alduin, because when we come back, we'll have to fight Alduin again at the top of the Throne of the World, and it just kind of dumps right into that as soon as possible. So, with that being said, thank you again for joining me. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I am going to try to get another video out to you besides this one as soon as I can. I've got a job tomorrow. So I am probably going to be Sunday at the earliest. I don't think I have any plans on Sunday, but if I do, then that will have to be pushed back. So again, thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I will see you again on the next one. See you guys later.